We are going to put a common library marketing fear to rest today. That fear is about targeted email. Are you inadvertently leaving people behind when you target people with your email marketing? Let's get into it in this episode of the Library Marketing Show. Welcome, everyone. My name is Angela Hursh. I'm the person behind superlibrarymarketing.com. Head on over there, scroll to the bottom left-hand corner, leave your email address, and you'll get a notification every time I post to the website. I will not use your email for anything else. You can also look for the Library Marketing Show tab to suggest a topic for a future episode or nominate your library or someone else's library for a Kudos Award for doing great marketing. And we're going to start today's episode with kudos. I love starting out this way. Today's Kudos Award goes to the Evansville Vanderburgh Public Library. I'm going to put a link to this down in the comments or the show description if you're watching on YouTube. This library, I'm not exactly sure who wrote this, but there is a write-up about their library of things on a local country radio station. And it doesn't have an author name on it, but it sounds like it's the host of a morning show talking about how they realized they didn't have a library card. So they went to the library and got one and figured out that they could check out all of these fantastic things like kayaks and Kindles and all kinds of things from the Library of Things at Evansville Vanderburgh Public Library. It's a pretty awesome write-up, and I just want to give them kudos for getting this kind of coverage on their local country radio station. My guess is there's a lot of listeners to that radio station, so good job. Now for today's topic. Are you inadvertently leaving people behind when you do targeted email marketing for your library? I have been thinking about this a lot because I went to a conference and I did a talk about email marketing. And afterward, one of the audience members came up and she was really concerned. And she was like, listen, I have an email list of about 2,000 people total. And if I only target 200, I feel like I'm missing out the opportunity to let those other folks on the list know about the thing that I'm targeting to the 200 people. So I wanted to talk about this because it's a common fear and I totally get it. I wanted to give you some reassurance about targeted email marketing. So libraries usually have this worry, right? And we like to amass large lists and send everything to everyone because we feel like everyone is our audience. Think about how diverse your community is. They have different interests. They may live in different places. So you might be serving people who live in the country, in the rural areas, and then in a city or town. Those folks have different interests. They have different religious affiliations. They have different political affiliations. Your library community is not a monolith. Therefore, one message is not going to appeal to all of those people. And when you do targeted messaging, you are sending the right message to the right people. It is really helpful to make your library audience feel seen and heard. And it just is good to appeal to those people and in whatever interest that they have at whatever level they are. Taking the time to really understand your audience is great marketing because it makes them feel like you really understand who they are and what they need. And matching services and collection items that your library has to the right people is an effective use of your time. I know it doesn't feel that way. I know it feels counterintuitive, but it is the best way to market. It's why all of the businesses do it that way. And so don't be afraid to do targeted email marketing for your library. It is the most effective kind of email marketing. What do you think? Are you worried? Like in the back of your mind, if you do targeted email, are you worried you're going to leave people behind inadvertently? Let's talk about it. I'd like to get a conversation about this started down in the comments. If you have other pieces of advice about targeted email for libraries to offer my viewers, go ahead and leave those as well. Let's help each other out. And that's it for today's episode of the Library Marketing Show. But my channel has lots more stuff. If you want to learn more about library marketing, head on over there to the next video. I'll see you there.